Hello and welcome into the broadcast, everybody. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live tonight for more MLB postseason coverage. It's game 4 of what's been a fun NLDS series so far between the league's best two teams, the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. We're scoreless here as I pick up the action in the bottom of the first inning. Just finished watching the Atlanta Braves take down the Milwaukee Brewers as Freddie Freeman had the game-winning home run in the 8th inning. And so 3 out of the 4 division series are complete. In fact, all 3 that are complete ended in 4. And will that theme continue with this game tonight as this is hit into right field and the Dodgers have a chance to score, throw to the plate, not in time. And right as they start the broadcast, Los Angeles on the board as Corey Seager scores from first. It's an RBI double for Trey Turner. Well, that did not take long at all for the Dodgers to get on the board. And the fans at Dodger Stadium already going crazy. Thanks, Try, for tuning in. You've got the Giants. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But what a start for the Dodgers here in the opening inning as they were shut out last night, and they already have scored a run in the opening inning of this one. RBI double from Trey Turner, and here comes Will Smith. If the Giants were to win tonight, then all 4 division series would end in 4 games. This is the lone division series remaining. The winner of this series will take on the Braves in the NLCS, as that's a fly ball into right field, caught by Chris Bryant. And the runner holds at second, 2 away. And going back to the first run of the game moments ago, Corey Seager clearly sliding in safely. He got there in plenty of time. And just as a heads up for those of you tuning in, I'll only be able to do a few innings of this one just because it's a late start for me here on the East Coast. And I do have school tomorrow, so I'm hoping to do about 3 innings or so, but we shall see. That would be nice, Try, no doubt about that. Thanks, Jeffrey, for tuning in. Yeah, Taco Tuesday indeed, although I didn't have a taco today. Welcome into the broadcast song rooting for the Dodgers. Very good. Justin Turner at the plate in this series, or in this postseason, 4 games, only 2 hits and 17 at-bats, as it's a 1-0 count. By the way, on the mound tonight for the Giants is Anthony DeSclafani, as DeSclafani delivers strike 1. The count now even. What's up, James? Welcome into the broadcast. Glad to have you here. This is the last of 3 playoff games today, a triple header of action, and the other 2 games did not disappoint, especially the Braves Brewers. And in fact, the last 2 games saw those series come to an end. The White Sox falling to the Astros and the Brewers falling to the Braves. There's a check swing, and Justin Turner didn't go. Ball 2 up high. Where do I think Seager will end up next season? Ooh, that's a good question, Try. I'm not really sure, to be honest, as look at the most shutouts caught in postseason history. Buster Posey on top of that list by a large margin, 14 over the course of his postseason career. That is quite impressive. But yeah, I haven't really thought of where I think Seager will end up this season. I've got to think about that. As strike 2 is delivered by DeSclafani. 2-2 the count. San Francisco trying to end the series tonight. And the world champion Dodgers on the brink of elimination, trying to send this series back to San Francisco for a winner-take-all Game 5, which would take place Thursday night. The 2-2 pitch. Low and away. That's ball 3. Full count. Well, DeSclafani, the starting pitcher, trying to settle down after allowing an opening inning run. 3-2 pitch now on the way to Justin Turner. He strikes him out. The high fastball at 94, and that'll bring us to the end of the first inning. As I'll be back with more. The second inning is next from Chavez Ravino. I'll be back in a moment. And yeah, I agree, Tri. Nothing matches Fenway Park when it comes to the energy at an MLB ballpark. Fenway is just special. As the Dodgers strike first, it was Corey Seager with the opening run of the game. I'll be back after this. Welcome back. We head to the second inning, and it's the Dodgers with an early 1-0 lead. Of course, it was a pitching duel last night. In fact, Evan Longoria's fifth inning home run turned out to be the only run of the game, and the difference as San Francisco would win in a shutout victory 1-0. But maybe a different story tonight, as we already have a run by LA in the first. Walker Buehler on the mound tonight for the Dodgers. Well, only required 11 pitches in the first inning, I should say, as Buster Posey's at the plate. Posey this postseason, 3 games. He's batting 5 for 12, the San Francisco catcher. That's low and away. 1-1 now the count. Buehler, really a fantastic pitcher, and he's trying to extend this series to a game 5. I don't know about that song. We shall see. We shall see. Well, first, the Dodgers have to win back-to-back games in this series to keep their season alive. It's now a 1-2 count as that pitch was fouled off by Posey. The 1-2. Lunging out was Posey. High fly ball, shallow right field, and Bellinger backing up to make the catch for out number 1. Yeah, that was a lunge from Posey to make contact with that ball. Never the best contact as Chris Bryant will come up to the plate for San Francisco. First pitch to Bryant. He takes one inside. He's played in 3 games this postseason, batting 4 for 10, 1 home run, 1 RBI. And the 1-0 sliced foul. The Los Angeles Dodgers, of course, the defending champions, won the World Series last year. The 1-1 pitch, that's outside, 2-1. We know what the ALCS will be. I'll be exclusively covering that series between the Astros and the Red Sox. That'll get underway Friday, and then the NLCS will feature the Braves against the winner of this series as this ball's ripped to right field and takes a hop in front of Betts. That's a single for Chris Bryant as the Giants get a runner on board. So that'll send up the number 6 hitter in Lamonte Wade. Wade ready for the first pitch from Buehler. A man on first, 1 out. Pitch taken inside, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Buehler. One 0 from Buehler. And that is a strike. That time he painted the inside part of the plate. Lamonte Wade in this series 0 for 7. Still trying to record his first hit of the postseason. Bryant in the lead on first. The 1-1 to Wade. That's up high. Evan Longoria, the difference last night on deck for San Francisco. His solo home run, the only run of Game 3, 24 hours ago. 2-1, and that's a beautiful pitch in there for strike 2. Wow, that was quite a breaking ball from Walker Buehler. Had a ton of movement on it. Major shift on from the Dodgers. In fact, the third baseman, Justin Turner, is actually playing between first and second, and the shortstop, Seager, is covering second, with Trey Turner shifted over a bit as Buehler checks on first. Now the 2-2. That struck well into the gap, dropping down in right center field. This will send Bryant around second, and he slides in safely to third as Wade delivers for San Francisco, and runners are on the corners for the Giants. That was right in the middle of the zone, and Wade was all over that ball. Hit it right between Betts and Taylor out in right center field. All right, sounds good, Song. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Appreciate you stopping in as always. Have a wonderful day. I know it's already Wednesday morning for you in Asia. As Evan Longoria, this series 1 for 10, 1 home run, 1 RBI, as mentioned last night. Ball 1 outside from Buehler. That pitch swung on and missed as Buehler went off speed that time. The Giants 1-0 postseason wins by, a 1-0 postseason win by a solo home run has only happened twice. The only other time was 1923 in the World Series. That's Quite a crazy stat as this pitch gets away from the catcher, Will Smith, and the runners will stay put at first and third. Smith was quick to track that ball down before real trouble brewed. A 2-1 count. 1 out, and the Giants perhaps in business. The tying run is 90 feet from home plate. Buehler with another throw over to first, checking on the runner Wade. With the home run last night, Longoria notched his 10th of the postseason in his career as that ball dribbles foul down the third base line. A 2-2 count in a crucial at-bat early in Game 4. This crowd getting into it early. A 6:07 local time first pitch. And with LA traffic, you would expect more fans to file in the next few innings or so. 2-2 from Buehler. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A slider at 86, and it's a crucial second out. So down goes Longoria. Up comes Mike Yastrzemski, a grandson of Carl Yastrzemski, who was, of course, a great player for the Red Sox back in the day. Yastrzemski batting in the 8th spot tonight. Runner still on first and third for San Francisco. That pitch taken inside, knee high. Yastrzemski this series 0 for 8, yet to record a hit in 3 games. Can he change that tonight? Can he change that right here? The 1-0. Just inside again from Buehler. Similar pitch. And now a hitter's count. Two balls and no strikes. A deep breath from Walker Buehler. Now ready to deal. This ball is blasted into right field. That's dropping foul. Just to the right of the foul line. And that is a tough break for Mike Yastrzemski because that would have easily driven in 1 run and maybe even 2. A foot or 2 into foul territory. That was a close call. 2-1 the count. Buehler will try to reset here. Bryant and Wade on base for San Francisco. Both singled here in the 2nd inning. With 2 outs, here's the 2-1 pitch. That struck well, but caught by Seager. Well, the shift paid off there for the Dodgers. Seager in perfect position to catch the looping hit. Middle of the 2nd, the Giants were close, but can't score. It's 1-0 Dodgers. Back in a moment. We head to the bottom of the second inning. The Dodgers with a 1-0 lead. It was Seager scoring the opening run right from the start for the Los Angeles Dodgers. An elimination game for the defending world champions. And with the Dodgers up 1-0, they're now up at bat for the second time tonight. DeSclafani back out on the bump for San Francisco. His first pitch swung on by Lux, and that's on the ground in the right field. Base hit for Lux on the first pitch of the inning as he reaches first. Third hit already for LA, and the offense certainly lacking last night, but it looks like they're already making up for it tonight early on as Cody Bellinger will now step up to the plate. We head to the bottom of LA's order. No outs, Lux on first, bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Bellinger popped into the air, foul territory. Longoria trying to make a play on it, but will not be able to. As that ball lands just to the left of the dugout, the Dodgers dugout. Cody Bellinger this postseason 2 for 9, no home runs. He does have 2 RBI. What's up, Nate? Welcome into the stream, man. Yeah, the Dodgers off to a good start, no doubt about that. A real good start for the Dodgers. Here comes the 0-1 to Cody Bellinger. This is hit down the first base line. Fair ball into right field. Bryant will scoop it up, and heading to third without a sweat is Gavin Lux. And with no outs in the bottom of the second, the Dodgers have runners on the corners. Back-to-back singles to get this inning started. First it was Gavin Lux. Now it's Cody Bellinger, and the Dodgers in real business. A breaking ball down in the zone, and Bellinger able to send this one just by Darren Ruff, the first baseman. And Lux getting the third with relative ease. The fans at Dodger Stadium getting into it early on in this ball game because the LA Bats have come alive. 4 hits already tonight. And with no outs, up comes Chris Taylor. Taylor in this postseason, 3 for 9, 1 home run, 2 RBI. And the first pitch from DeSclafani is called a strike, upper part of the zone. What are those soccer balls behind me? Yeah, a lot of people ask me that. Well, my dad coached college soccer for 27 years, so each ball actually represents 100 wins for my dad over the course of his college coaching career. And yeah, each ball was signed by the players on his team at that time. Yeah, the most recent ball hasn't been framed yet, as you can see. That was the 400th, his 400th win. But yeah, that's what those soccer balls are. It's an 0-1 count to Chris Taylor. The 0-1 from DeSclafani. Way upstairs. That'll even the count. Yeah. When I moved to this house, my dad, put those up there, and this is the best place to stream for me here in the basement where it's quiet and I have a good view of the TV. So that just kind of turned into my backdrop. Not really intentional, but it's a decent backdrop. I think it's at least something, since there's a lot of space behind me in the basement. It's not like I have a wall right behind me, so didn't want to make it too boring in the background, as that's fouled back, a 1-2 count. Unfortunately, my Boston sports decorations are not on camera. They're on that side of the room. Um, so yeah, behind me, it's pretty much all soccer stuff. But I do have a bunch of different sports decorations, pennant scarves around surrounding the basement. As that's ball two outside. A 2-2 count to Chris Taylor as the Dodgers are looking to add on to the 1-0 lead. DeSclafani ready to deal. 21st pitch of the night for him. And that ball is hit high into the air, left field, back at the warning track, and Wade is there for the catch. Tagging up is Gavin Lux, and he will score to double the lead for LA. 2-0 Dodgers. A sacrifice flyout for Chris Taylor to deep left field, and the Dodgers have doubled the advantage. Wow, that ball had potential. That was high into the air. Didn't quite travel enough to get out of the park, but in the end, Luck's able to tag up from third and easily score. And also tagging up from first was Cody Bellinger. So he's on second, one out. And here's Walker Buehler at the plate, the number 9 hitter, as we see pitcher against pitcher. You like how there's a globe behind me? Yeah. I've always loved geography. I've always, loved knowing where different countries are around the world, the capitals of different countries, and all the states and that stuff. So yeah, and I try to turn the globe as best as I can to the portion of the world really where a game I'm calling is taking place. So as you can see, it's kind of lit up in LA, sort of where the shiny part is. The lights reflect onto the globe. So I try to rotate the globe to the part of the country where the game is taking place that I'm on the call for. As Castro and Alvarez are both getting loose in the San Francisco bullpen. And so could this be a bullpen game for the Giants? We shall see. DeSclafani perhaps in trouble. The 1-2 to Buehler, and that's ball 2. Borderline pitch called just high. It's now an even count. Mookie Betts on deck. After Buehler, we head back to the top of the Dodgers order. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And that's a big time strikeout for DeSclafani. 2 down. Bellinger still on second. And we do head back to the top of the Dodgers order with Mookie Betts up at the plate. Betts, the righty, steps into the batter's box. First pitch, down and away. Ball 1. Betts 0 for 1, a flyout. First time up at bat. 2-0. LA leading San Francisco early on in game 4. Betts hits this one on the ground. Diving stop, but it slips away from Crawford. He quickly gets back to the ball to prevent Bellinger from heading home. But it does mean that Betts is at first and the inning continues. The second time in the second inning, the Dodgers have runners on first and third. Well, Crawford laid out here, and it tipped his glove and just barely escaped. And Bellinger certainly thought about heading home, but the third base coach telling him to hit the brakes, probably a wise decision. And that is going to be it for DeSclafani. The starting pitcher for the Giants just goes 1 2/3 innings with 2 runs allowed, and to the bullpen we go for San Francisco. It's going to be that type of night for the Giants. Bullpen game on the way. Back for more after the pitching change. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. A reminder that the NHL season is finally here. Tomorrow night, it's a doubleheader of action at 7:30 Eastern Time. The Rangers take on the Capitals, and then at 10, the Blackhawks battle the Avalanche. Jose Alvarez into the game for the San Francisco Giants this season in 67 games, a 5-2 record, 2.37 ERA. And what's going on, Hayden? Welcome into the stream. Appreciate that, man. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stream Red Sox Astros game 1 on Friday because I have senior prom. So I have senior prom Friday night, so I'll be gone all night until like midnight. So yeah, unfortunately that got in the way. But it is what it is. But I'm 95% sure I'll be on for game 2 Saturday. I don't think I'll have any conflicts there because I'm refereeing a couple of soccer games earlier in the day, but I think game 2 will be at like 4:30, and the game I'm refereeing ends at like 3:30. So it should work out for game 2. But yeah, I have senior prom Friday, so it's not going to work. I'll be watching the game from the restaurant we're going to be at while at prom, but I won't be able to call it, unfortunately, as that's a throw over to first. Mookie Betts on first, and on third, Cody Bellinger, a 1-1 count. Alvarez into the game for San Francisco, as the Giants have already called on their bullpen. And another check on first by Alvarez. 2 outs, runners on the corners. It's a 2-0 lead for the Dodgers. DeSclafani going 1.2 innings, 5 hits in 28 pitches, and 2 runs allowed. This ball hit high into the air. That's in the right center field. Calling for it is Yastrzemski, and he'll end the inning. So that'll do it for the second, but the Dodgers tack on another run. It was an RBI sac fly from none other than Gavin Lux none other than Chris Taylor. I beg your pardon. Chris Taylor to send in Gavin Lux as the Dodgers have doubled the lead I'll be back for more in a moment. And yeah, it would be nice if the Sox could win both games 1 and 2 in Houston. We'll see. We'll see. I'm already nervous for that series, but looking forward to it at the same time. The third inning is after the break. I'll be right back. We head to the top of the third inning. Dodgers up 2-0 in NLD in the game 3 of this NLDS, I should say. The Dodgers were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position, and it was a few missed opportunities for the Dodgers, but overall on the night they were just pretty quiet with the bats. As Alex Dickerson is at the plate for San Francisco and is a pinch hitter for DeSclafani, the starter. He'll foul one off, already an 0-2 count. Buehler solid through 2 innings so far, and once again, that San Francisco bullpen is active. Castro, the righty, continues to warm up. 0-2 from Buehler now, and fouled off to stay alive. Oh, 2 again from Walker Buehler. Swing and a miss. He got him with the high fastball, 96 miles an hour. Second K for Buehler, and 1 down in the third. Yeah, that fastball can just be absolutely lethal from Buehler when he executes it to the best of his ability. Tommy La Stella at the plate. We go back to the top of the San Francisco order. La Stella 0 for 1 with a flyout. And he takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Well, I suppose that was more of a curveball, wasn't it? The shift on from the Dodgers. Trey Turner playing midway between first and second. Shortstop Seager pretty much on second as this is hit into the air. Locks in perfect position out and left to make the play, and he does. A quick 2 outs to get this third inning started. And so La Stella goes to the San Francisco dugout empty-handed. Darren Ruff will now be at the plate for the Giants. Ruff 0 for 1, a flyout first time up. He's yet to record a hit this postseason. And that's a strike right down the middle from Buehler at 97. Oh, 1 pitch. That's a big curveball to make it 0-2. Breaking ball, in fact, at the bottom of the zone. Wow. That ball dipped in the blink of an eye. And this crowd on their feet. Buehler in pursuit of a 1-2-3 inning. And that's in the dirt. Ball 1, the slider just quickly died down, didn't make it to the plate. And there's a swing and a miss. Chasing was Darin Ruf, and that will retire the side. Middle of the third, and the Dodgers with a 2-0 lead. Buehler very much looking comfortable in front of the home crowd. Well, folks, I know it was a short broadcast, but that will have to put a wrap on tonight's broadcast since I do have school tomorrow and have to get to bed. Thought I'd at least come on for a little bit of this game 4. So hope you guys enjoyed it. The Dodgers with a 2-0 lead over the Giants. Middle of the third inning. Enjoy the rest of your game and enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm hoping to be on for the second half of U.S. Costa Rica in World Cup qualifying. Until then, so long, everybody.